how to stop attracting patients that cannot afford your services. Right now, there are two types of patients inside of your consultation rooms that are causing you the most headache. The one type are the patients that you want to work with, they're great, but they say they cannot afford your treatment. The other type are patients that don't respect you, but they pay in full, so you take them. On top of it, you're showing up in your practice even when you're sick, when you're exhausted, when you have debt. All the while, your two team members just called in sick, and while you're sweating payroll, they're having a vacation in Mexico. And the cherry on top, your salesperson, who's converting at only 65%, is acting like she's holding this whole ship together. Like she is the reason why you're successful. If this is your experience, there's nothing you have done wrong. You are just in the model that was handed to you. The model that was built by men for men. The model that rewards hustle, high number of patients, booked schedule, and just constant go, go, go. Listen, the longer you're staying in this model, and you likely didn't even know there's anything else exists, but this model is the reason why you are dependent on your practice consultants, on your expensive practice consultants that charges you thousands of dollars every single month in order to come and train your team. Honestly, in order to come and hold your team together. Because in order to grow, you were told that you need to see more patients, and obviously you need more staff in order to do that. But the rich women doctors, the ones that are not sweating their payroll, the ones that don't have weeks where they just want to burn the whole thing, sell their practice, and be a stay-at-home wife, those doctors know a different metric to track. That's how they do not attract patients that can't afford their fees. Right now, you're probably tracking some metrics. Your practice management software can pull out metrics, or your consultant is looking at them. Maybe your conversions or starts, or how many new patients we have, the phone calls. You're tracking some things in your practice. But there's actually one metric that is more important than anything else. And it's the exact metric that those rich doctors do you look at that look like they're so relaxed, and they are not sweating their day to day. They're not needing to jump hoops inside of the consultation room or literally dance on reels on Instagram. There's this one metric that they know and they're tracking. And the metric is LTV, lifetime value of a patient. What is lifetime value? It's the amount of money that you bring from one patient. Let me give you an example. If you are a general dentist and you have a patient coming to your practice and they need multiple things. They need SRPs, maybe they need a couple of crowns, maybe they need a couple of fillings, maybe they need a root canal, right? So all of these procedures that they will eventually schedule with you or that you treatment planned, all the total payment, the total amount of billable money is the lifetime value of that patient. Now, for orthodontics, for example, right? We'll hopefully see patient one and done. Maybe if it's a child, it's phase 1 and phase 2. If it's an adult or a teenager, it's just comprehensive. Hopefully they're wearing their retainers and there are no relapses. So pretty much is one and done, right? Again, like I said, either a combo, phase 1, then later phase 2, or just one comprehensive. That amount, how much you're charging for that treatment, would be your lifetime value of a patient. Now, in order for you to break free from this high volume, high patient model that you're in, where you have to rely on systems and large team that now needs to be managed, and where you're also relying on volume of patients, you're tracking the number of patients that are coming into your practice. You're tracking the phone calls. We're sweating missed phone calls. We're trying to get patients in right away. We're sweating our case acceptance. The whole goal, notice, is to get more patients the door. It's the volume model. It's the number of patients versus focusing on the lifetime value of a patient, how much money you're bringing in from one patient. That's how you break free from that model. And you can finally take a 2-week international vacation without things breaking in your practice. So how do you increase the lifetime value of a patient? How can you make more money per one patient instead of the number of patients, instead of bringing in more patients, especially patients that cannot afford your treatment? The answer depends on your specialty. Outside of orthodontics and maybe pediatric dentistry, so many of you say, I want to see more all-on-X cases. I want to see more restorative. I want to do more veneers. I want to see more bigger cases. Bingo. Larger cases will automatically have higher lifetime value per patient. So what you need to know is how to attract not broke patients, but the patients that want 8-unit veneers, the patients that want all-on-X, the patients that want multiple implants or a smile makeover. That is the one proven strategy how to break through the volume and the constant hustle, constantly being on, constantly sweating your consultations, constantly worrying about marketing, doing more, spending more money, showing up at more places instead of just relaxing and spending time with your children. Bring in more of those high ticket cases. If you're an orthodontist or a pediatric dentist, the way you increase the LTV per patient is by becoming an authority in a certain niche, becoming known for certain philosophy, a certain type of a procedure. For example, invisible braces doctor, focusing on just solely lingual braces. That does not mean that you don't see little children, that you don't see adults, that you don't do surgeries, but that means that you are known in the community for being the invisible braces doctor, or maybe airway doctor, holistic dentist, a pediatric dentist focused on the neurodivergent children. You become known as an authority in a very specific slice of patient population. What do you think is going to happen? These patients will seek you out, and then you can increase your fees. They are willing to pay you more, a lot more than you're charging right now for your unique expertise. Because you're not saying, we're seeing everyone, adults, children, all ages, I'm board certified, coming over, everything. You are telling them that I'm specifically known for this one thing. What this happens is you build an authority in that area. Every time you build an authority, you can always increase your fees. And even if right now your fees are slightly higher than your area, I can guarantee you that you're undercharging for the genius that you have. You are excellent at what you do, but you're not positioning it in a way that would attract those highly motivated, those patients that are excited to work with you, the ones that do respect you, and the ones that actually pay in full, because they see you as the solution to their highly specific, high value problem. So these two ways, focusing on attracting these higher ticket cases or increasing your fees, is how you ultimately increase the lifetime value of a patient. When you do, you will need to see way fewer patients to make the same money or more than you're doing right now. And that is the exact work that I do inside of my coaching with private clients. If you want to know how to do this and you want to skyrocket your Q4, we're only days away from it, then reach out to me and I can tell you how we can work together. I'm also hosting a free training called Stop the Volume, where you can sign up, and I'm going to break down the exact steps of how to increase the LTV per patient and what you need to do in your practice so that it can really look like the dream practice you desire. not the machine that you have built that right now you avoid and have to have people manage because it just became so busy and so all over the place that you just can't handle this anymore on your own. So DM me or message the word volume so I can send you an invitation for my new upcoming masterclass, or message me for more details on how to work privately. I'll see you inside. Bye.